Hello there, welcome back to some more Planet Coaster. What? It's me, Joey. Here we are. Gonna set everything on Ultra and see how we do. The graphics should be fine. The graphics card may let me down, but we'll see how the frame rate holds. Anyway. I'm going to play a new sandbox. I'm going to play on Alpine. The Odin Forest. I'm going to give it a good old go. This is a park builder similar to Theme Park World or anything like that. And we're going to make ourselves a park. Should be getting 60 FPS for a while. So we've got a nice empty flat land surrounded by the beautiful countryside. Marvellous. So I don't really know much about anything to come to this game. You get a good campaign mode that you have to do things the right way, build profitable shit and all that. But I'm playing in sandbox mode because I'm a little baby and I don't want to have to do that. So I'm just going to build everything I'd like. Let's build long paths first of all. Okay, so we built ourselves a nice long straight path and we're going to branch off of that path to do different things. So let's branch off of here like this and then off of here like that. Let's go twice in that direction, twice in that direction, like so. Cool. Is that even? Didn't look even. I'm a stickler for things being even. Alright, 1, 2. Okay. We'll go again on this side because I think this side is the one I fucked it up on. 1, 2. Okay, that's better. So, we would like to go and build some shops and stuff first. Adobe in this case is not like Premiere Pro. It's the kind of store it is. I'm gonna go for the custom like default ones because I'm not that. I'm more of a mechanics guy. Rotate Z. Can I change the angle snap? That's better. Let's change it to 45-degree angles. Now I'm convinced it is. Is it lopsided or is it properly aligned now? Cool. Right. So I'm going to put a beef place there. I'm going to put a milkshakes next to it. You always put food and drink next to each other. Then we're going to put an ATM or a place to cash machine. Can I make this? There we go. Cash machine here. And some first aid and some toilets as well. Where's the toilets? Down here. Okay. Cool. That's done. So this is the building complex. We got chief beef, drinks, first aid, toilets, cash machine. Now, if you wanted to be, you know, cool, you could build like walls. Go to buildings. Where's that? Let me toggle in the wall and see what comes up. That's building. Duh. Makes more sense, doesn't it? So I could make like a small building. If I turn on like that, I could snap it onto here. and have it look like it is actually a building. And not just something in the wall that I decided to put there. Let me put it on this wall first and then join them up after. Okay. Now I'm not going to win any awards. Guess it wants to be like that. Although that's not aligned either. So can I put it... I suppose because it's trying not to clip. Either way. I'm not a visual designer. I'd like to shift it, please. There. Okay. So, there's a back to it now. I mean, it's obviously lopsided and shitty, but it is a building. It looks like an actual building. So now we're just going to put on, like, a roof, and that's it. Just like some shelter, like an angled bit. Have we got an angled bit? That'd be the shop front you'd put there. Like that. Then I could put another wall on top of that. Can I put it there? Yeah, I can't do that. Don't want to block that off. There. Okay. Like that. There's a hole for the ATM, but I could put it behind it, maybe? And there's a way to do this, like, properly and nicely. I don't know what it is. Evidently. Just gonna put these here like this. It looks cool. And that's it. No rhyme or reason. Just put that there. So that's there. Okay, so on this side I'll always put some like little rides. Rides that are cool, but not like big roller coasters or anything. I like having them perfectly aligned to the path too. Things that people can see. So we're going to put the entrance on this side and the exit on this side. Connect the entrance to the path. So, wood seems fine. Give a little windy path for the entrance and a straight path for the exit. Always like that. Okay. Then we click on the thing. We go open that up. It's a big wheel. So the big wheel's open. Same on the other side, except we put a different thing there. Let's put like a Dodgems. No theme park looking area will be complete without some Dodgems. Put that there. Entrance to the Dodgems can go here. Exit to the Dodgems can go here. I'm going to like connect the entrances to the next exit, if that makes sense. So you're always going from one area to the next one straight away, with as little time in between as possible. We're really maximising those profits. So let's fast forward time a little bit. We'll see some people start going on the big wheel. Put a few rides here. In real, like single player, what you would do is you'd like space these things out. So you wouldn't just put all your wheels in one basket. You'd start adding extra things afterwards. You put things in, people like the new rides. Then you wait a little bit, they start getting bored of the rides, which is fine, these things happen. And then, after that, then that's when you put the new ride in. When they start getting bored of the old ones, they're not willing to pay as much. Then you put the new ones in. And they're like, oh baby, this one's going to go this way. This one can fit more people, so I'm going to make the queue a bit longer. Okay. So that one's done. Then I'm going to put a small ride here to fit in the gap. That's too big. That's too big. Small or tall ride. Intersecting the terrain. Ah. I mean, I don't have to, I suppose. It's gigantic. So the dodgems is already like full up. Oh, you want some scenery? Okay, we can put some scenery in. Some trees. Classic, just put trees in. Want something to look more nice? Just put trees. And already that looks more lifelike. Okay. And the prettier it is, they say, the happier they'll be. So I wonder where those trees are. Oh, that's when I put wall in. It's like wall climbing thingies. Put that over there. Put an ash tree over here. This does not make any sense. Trees don't work like this, but that's fine. A bit of brown in there. Beech tree. Just adds to the overall appeal of the place a little bit. And you can see what people think of them. They think, this block's good, but it'd be better if, and then so on. You can also see in single player mode what's making you any money or not. Like these cost you money, of course, because you have all that stuff going on, but park management, let's get some staff, let's get some guards. A few guards. A couple of mechanics. A couple of cleaners. And, I mean, robot, of course. Don't have a staff building. Place a staff building, please. Staff building is going to be like right the hell out of the way. Non-customer facing, the staff area. The staff need a place where they don't have to deal with people. So like at the end of the path. There you go. You can have a staff building. Right, so now let's build a roller coaster. The actual interesting shit. Go over here. This roller coaster is going to be here. So the roller coaster I want is a custom roller coaster. I want to make... Let's just pick a cool looking one. Let's make the Flying Stingray. And it's going to go... I'm going to cancel that, go again. I could just look up the controls again, but I just don't want to. Okay, it's going to go out that way, which means it needs to start like out here. Far enough where I can build a path and start turning and curving. So the station is that big. Can I make the station bigger? Yes, I can. I know how it worked in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, but I didn't know how it works out in this. That. Okay. Normal track that turns this way. 90-degree turn, and then we're going to start climbing. Okay. So, small climb with a chain lift. I could probably make this bit drive tires too. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, now this bit is going to be a chain. Starts going upwards. Goes up that far. Always put the chain lift all the way to the top of the starting bit. Now I'm going to start going downwards. So, we do a small curve down into a loop. Let's do a normal like loop to loop. Like that. It has to be pretty big. It should be able to make that. And then we're going to go back to straight. I'm going to start banking a little bit. 45 degrees, and then we're going to turn inwards. You don't want to, the thing is, you've got to turn like relatively smoothly. If you turn too fast, what happens is that you get a situation where the guests get ill because you're like, you know, forcing them to endure turning circles that anyone would be unhappy with. Let's even that out and then go straight again. Okay, now this might not be able to make it, so we'll test it. What you do is you test it. You can test it at any point. It'll start going. It starts lifting. And we can start seeing the meters and stuff as well, but we'll find that out later. Makes the loop. Okay, it nearly makes that, but that's a little bit too... Okay, so this is a little bit too high. So we'll start from here. We'll delete, 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 delete. Delete. Make this bit of the track shorter. Okay, nice smooth corner. Now we're going to go. It should make this fine. It does, and it will if I start going down again immediately. So it's like a little divot. That's going to be quite cool. That's like a nice little element. I'm going to do a roll. It's going to be a short roll. Yeah, like a corkscrew. Okay. Just a... And then we're going to go down straight a bit more. Get quite close to the ground, which is another benefit. Then we're going to do another climb, and then a final descent. Even higher this time. Okay, and now we're going to go down straight away. I'm going to turn it quite extremely this way. We're going to do like a little helix down. I'm going to balance it out. Just go back a bit. I don't want to do that. I want to start going this way. You should still be gaining speed this whole time. Gaining speed, gaining speed, gaining speed. Then... Now I'm going to do a big old loop. What kind of loop do I want to do? Could do an inverted roll under the ground. That'd be pretty neat. Let's do an inclined loop like that. And then just auto-complete it to the end, which it should be able to do. Like so. Okay, so I'd like to do that. I don't want to do that. I want to build the station out this way more too as well. I want to be able to fit 2 trains here, essentially. Yeah, my workers are unhappy. What else is new? From here to here. This needs to have trim brakes. Can you not put trim brakes on this bit? Guess it needs to be straight. Yeah, it's not happy with that. Okay, so let's test it and see what happens. And once it goes, we'll end up riding it ourselves, because we can do that in this game. We'll see how it goes. Right. It might not make it, but we'll test it. It just about makes it. Just about makes it. You want to just about make things. It's going to go do the big spin. Fear nausea might be too high. Okay, so it says it exceeds G-force limits. So what we do is we test our heat map for G-forces. And we see what's bad. It's going to be this. Like I could do with 1. Oh, it's there. Oh, it's the final turn. Okay, so I'm going too fast into the final turn. Right. So, this bit. Let's delete from here. Start trimming off some speed. Then auto-completing. Like that. Is that better? We'll see how that does. This bit's going to give you a lot of fear and nausea, so I might only do one. 2 Gs and negative 2 Gs, that's fine. You want to go nowhere near like 5. 5 Gs is about where you want to stop. Okay. So you're still not happy with this. I'll put trim brakes on this bit too. Really slow it down. But you can see its speed in miles an hour. It's pretty fast. I'll just put trim brakes on this whole thing. On all this bit. To try and slow us down. There you go. That's a much nicer G-curve. So this, what I might have to do is make this less severe. So like balance it out here even. Like that. Let's see how that goes. I could also... Yeah, that's what I'll do. I could bank this bit. I can bank it so that it's less aggressive. Because the more you bank it in a certain direction, the less you're actually going to have G, because you're more going... You're kind of going straight even though you're turning. There you go, see, that's balanced it out. That's 6.57. So that's too much G. Turn that. Make this a bit bigger. The frame rate being how it is just how the game is. It's nothing to do with anything else. There. Okay. Make the loop bigger to slow you down more. Then the speed will be less by the time we get here. But we'll see. But this bit, yeah, this bit's supremely GE. So I need to move it out more, like this. Turn it out more, bank it more. See how the track looks then. Okay, that seems okay now. Right, so that's lateral G. So we'll do lateral G, then we'll do horizontal and vertical G to make sure we're not killing anyone or turning them into people soup. As fun as that sounds. My staff are quitting because no one's coming to the shops. That's what's happening. Okay. So let's see a result of excitement. We want to be in the 8s and 9s a lot of the time. So, of course, excitement drains off as you go through sections. Okay, so this just means that to make this more exciting, I should bank it more. Banking is exciting to people. Did I just delete that? I didn't mean to. Okay. We're going to bank hard. Which keeps the excitement level up. Could also do a roll in the middle of this. Yeah, I could do that. Right, so, live data. Let's stop heat mapping for now. Because I need to be able to look at what I'm doing. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Right after the loop, we'll do a roll. Like a straight corkscrew roll. Like this. Like that. Okay. That is diabolical. That'll kill someone. Yeah, let's make that a bit less steep, please. That looks like something, a derailing looking to happen, but we'll see. Show me excitement, please. Excitement, slow at the beginning. It goes up as you climb. That's fine. And then we'll do the same thing for nausea and fear. Okay, so how's the fear looking? We want the fear to be low in the 4 5s at all times. That's a bit fearful, but most of it's fine. Okay, that fear is massive. Okay, so this fear's too high. People think they're gonna be killed at any moment. So I'll change this bit up. There is no music. It is just the game. It's not me being weird about it. Yeah, we need to scrub off some of that fear. How about one of them? That could be cool. You go down, you think you're gonna die. You go into the ground. You don't die. Okay. Still too much fear. You made it worse. They're thinking, oh my god. How do I get out of this alive? For that, I know what to do. We're going to delete this bit. We're just going to make the turns longer. More gradual. They are going quite fast, though. So we're going to do a loop. It's a big old loop. But it's going to be massive. To try and scrub off some speed. Okay, that only goes up to an 8. That's not too bad. Okay, then a gradual turn. Followed by one of them. See how that goes. Because we want the fear to be quite high, but not so high that they get so scared that they think they're going to die at any 1 second. So what happened here is, again, this bit is too extreme. People, they think they want super duper scary. They don't want super duper scary. They want gradual, I'm not going to be killed today levels of fun. Which I just think is boring, honestly. Okay, try one of them. It's pretty good excitement. Do another test for me? We're just going to have a little look. This ride is quite long. It'll probably take like a couple of minutes to do one run. This would be like a multi-million-dollar coaster, probably. I'll probably have a look at its worth after I'm done. Build a coaster 1500 meters long. Its fear is too high, which makes it less fun because people are too scared. The excitement rate can be really high, but if the fear goes over about like 10 at any point, it's too scary. It's there. It's this bit. Because you can bleed off some of the fear, and that's not too bad. But if you don't bleed off the fear, what happens is you just get very scared, very, very frightened people. Let's do fear again. And we'll slow the train down. Okay, so I slowed the train down too much. I was too effective at my job. There we go. Try that. This is in max speed, of course, so we'll get to ride it when I do it properly and I'm happy with the results. You want everything in the green, really. If you can't get everything in the green, then most things in the green, some things in the orange is fine. Okay, that's good. Except now we're going to add another section here. Like a final roll, basically. Just like a final little thing that we get to say, okay, now show's over. That's far too big. Now we'll do an underground loop. Okay, we haven't got enough speed. Okay. So, again, this is the thing. Like, if you knew what you were doing more than me, you wouldn't be making these kinds of things. You'd be making better decisions than I am. But I don't really know. Let's make a super, super short, like, tight little loop like that. There's probably no way that makes it. Although it would be cool if it did. Let's do that instead. There you go. That makes it. Right, so let's see excitement levels. Excitement drains away to nothing here. So if we smooth this out, which I think you can do, you just extend the line like this, and then you smooth the banking and you smooth the height. I shouldn't be doing that while the game is going, doing tests. Right, let's lower this. I'll fix it. I'll make it right. Could also just get rid of the speed brake again. And not slow down. So that's fine. How about the fear? You're very scared here. That's 9.9. But you're not so scared that you're going to die. And then we have to look at nausea. We haven't even looked at nausea yet. How much does it make people want to vomit? Having a high nausea is fine. You just don't want to do it for too long. The fear's fine. The fear's bleeded off. The fear's quite high. Then the fear bleeds off again. The fear goes up again. Fine. Fear's fine. Fear's good. Fear's very high, but then it bleeds off. Okay, so this is fine. Nausea. Let's see how people want to throw up. The fear is a little bit outside of the realm of happiness, but that just means that more extreme people will go on it and less extreme people won't. Nausea's like goes up to 7 there. And it'll go up again here. But not too bad. It's mostly this loop. Okay, so what G does it go over? So all this G is very low. Anything above or below 5. 5 to -5 is fine. Okay, that's fine. What about vertical G? This is probably, yeah, this is where it's too high. Okay. So all I do is make it ever so slightly bigger. Which probably fixes it. It's just too like sharp of a... Your 7G will probably still like liquefy people. So stop the tests. I'd like to turn it, then make it bigger. As big as it will go. Like that. Okay, start again. Vertical G specifically, let's not kill anyone. And this is again, this is why these games like you can just play for like 1,000 hours. Because you're just doing this for 100 hours, like fiddling with this shit, making this right. Is that good? Is that okay? Does that look right? Okay, that's good. The excitement's a little bit low. The nausea and everything's fine. The excitement's a bit low. And that'll be because there are too many sections where nothing goes on. Like this bit. There's no really any super draining bits of energy. It's mostly the climb. I guess, okay. So to make the climb more interesting, it's very easy to do. You just make the lift you up faster. Which I think you should be able to do. Yeah. Make the chain speed 14 miles an hour instead of 5. Don't bleed off so much speed here too. And suddenly it'll be a lot more interesting for people. So that's like super good excitement. Right, so go again. This will make it a little bit like a minuscule, microscopically better. I don't think it'll mess with too much else either. Just make the excitement a little bit better. 5.83. Okay, so what happens if I just remove these bits of chain altogether and say this bit's not chained? So you start having to make the climb without the chain. How far can I go with that until it goes, nah, you can't make it anymore? Start again. If I only need the very last bit to be on chain to catch the... Basically, I'm trying to catch the train. Yeah, this bit needs to be chained. Okay. I'm trying to catch the train with the chains, which is probably not very good in a realistic sense. It's like probably quite dangerous to do, but fuck it. Excitement bleeds off here. It's like red for a little bit here. Could probably fix that too. If I start here, make this bit lower. Add a bit of banking. Make it lower. So it's now like a bump. That will increase excitement. Very small amounts. There you go. And then make this bit a bump in the opposite direction. Make this bit a bump in the negative direction again. You make the track very bumpy, basically. It goes, and we'll see how that goes for nausea and fear. Nausea will go up a lot by making it very bumpy. But excitement goes up too, because it's like, oh, it's shaking apart. It's spooky. Let's give it a little go. There we go. Cool. So let's edit the colors. Red, dark red, red, red. I want all of it, sorry. Can I select all? Yeah. That's what I want. So now I've got to decide how to edit it again. Edit track. I just want to do all. And then we'll change all the colours at once. Yeah. Look at that. It's like candy. Candy cane. We don't really call it that, but... So it's that. Okay, so it's normal red like that. Just select the track next to it and copy the colours. And then dark red underneath. That's not that dark. The next dark. Then light, then dark. Like that, right? Yeah. Okay, so then we're going to change exit speed up as high as it will go. Now let's go 10. 10 miles. There's not, don't want to kill people. And then go to the logistics of the ride. Oh, I could have done it here. Whoopsie. I don't mind purples. Purple for the car, red for the track. You can also add your own music too. Okay, operations. Number of cars. Oh, number of trains up to 2. And then we'll get on the ride in a minute. Place the entrance. Let's go here. And the exit here. Connect the path. Right, so this is going to be the big shit, okay? Coasters need extremely long, winding, twisty paths. Sometimes, at least in Alton Towers, which is a theme park where I live, or near where I live, you have like twisty, twindy, roundy, twirly, roundy paths that also go... Shit. Gotta go to paths now. Okay. You have twisty, roundy paths that do other things as well. Let's go to this bit. You have bits of paths that go into other paths, is what I meant to say. And you have like shortcut paths for short days when it's a bit quiet and all that kind of stuff. Right, so let's test it once more because we have to. Let's get on it. I'm going at full speed. Normal speed. I don't want to die. Here we go. Let's have a look at what this is like. Frame rate's pretty solid. I'm liking it on my new CPU. Which is the only part that's changed. I like that hole in the ground that doesn't need to be there anymore. I'll fill that in. That's very rattly. That's like bash your head off the side of the coaster rattly. Okay. Here we go. Getting quite a lot of speed there, up to like 60 miles an hour. Now for the bumpy uppy downy. And now fully under the ground. That would be spooky as shit. Probably be my favourite part of the ride though. Ah. Beautiful. Fantastic. Open for business. Right now. Now we're going to make some money. As we don't Are we charging for? We're charging $10 to get on this, and it's in all the green. So this will be like the most popular ride of all time. Let's see how many people want to go on it. That guy got on it on his own. Cheeky bitch. And the maximum wait is nearly 2 minutes to go. By the time that one leaves, the other one is halfway round and is back again by the time people start queuing up. Now, of course, they won't be let on until both get back to the station. That's just how it is. As soon as they leave, then the next lot will be let on. That's going nicely. What do people think? Stingray 2 is really good value. Nice. It's not Stingray 2. It's not actually Stingray, but... Also, we need to put in some trash bins. Receptacle. I don't want bibs. I want bins. Is it in scenery? Bin. Bin. I'm also going to make, because I'm weird, another path that's only job is to circumvent the shop path. So if people don't want to go in the shops, they don't feel pressured, you can just go along here. I know it's something I would like in my life. It's just a way to avoid all of that shit. If you don't have to worry about being judged. I'm going to give you some cover, so you don't have to worry about it. Maybe I don't want to buy your fucking £13 drink, okay? Maybe I just want to do my own thing. I want to go down the nice path and ignore everyone else. You've gone out of business again. So, let me see why the people are unhappy. Gonna give him some training. I'll hire another mechanic as well. There you go. So now we should be making more money though, basically. This ride is gigantic. What's its stats? We lost money last year because it's expensive to run. It might be too big. Let's make it $13. So now we're making slightly more money than it costs. I think $13 people will still think it's really good because it's all in the green. $13.50. $13.50. I mean, in the UK, we don't really have this sort of park. We have parks where you pay to get in and that's it. You bitch. It's my money-making machine. Out the window. But anyway, there's my Stingray 2. I don't know what I would call it. The wiggly spaghetti coaster of death. But I like Planet Coaster. It's real cool. You can flatten the surface, so I'll just get rid of all those bumps. You can get rid of these bumps too, and only keep the bit that the coaster needs, which is very spooky. But that's Planet Coaster. I've got all this room to work with, and on the actual proper difficulty of the game, you can make it so that you have to go through and build shops that make sense and build paths to make sense for the rides and direct people to the rides. These shops should be better now because we have a lot of place. Like we have a big coaster next to it, so they're more likely to go. What you'd really do is build 2 of these next to each other so that you spread the load of the queue. But you could also just build the shop out here, but the queue to it, so you don't have people blocking the path at all times. This didn't make any money last year because it was, last month because it was broken down. But yeah, anyway, essentially, as long as you get all these things that's making money for you, then you just keep going with that. Coasters are a big investment, so you'd have to make sure you really think about how you're doing this. I could probably build a block section here that made a 3rd coaster could go, and then if a 3rd coaster was going, then it would be even better. Because I could make more money. But anyway, that's going to be Planet Coaster. See you guys next time when we start our next big project. I just want to do a little bit of cooling down. I think I've done enough. Next time, we'll get on it. See you then. Goodbye.